my dog Renegade El Rey, man.
Yeah.
Straight from the A. Straight from the A. So, man, before we even get on, you know what I'm saying? I know we were gonna talk about that album that you just dropped. What you wanna call it, an EP or an album?
It's an album. I mean, it was intended to be an EP, but it ended up being a full-length album.
Yeah. So, My Way Out. What made you call it that?
I mean, I'm from Memphis, so
shout out Memphis.
Yeah, shout out Memphis, Tennessee. So, music was literally my way out. You feel me? Like I did a lot of different things, and I also went to school, but like that school route wasn't really what I was going for. Like I knew what I wanted to do, so it was only a couple ways to get there. You feel me? So it was like music provided me the way out of the city, literally, to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? And stay on the path of what I was trying to go for. So I mean, it was only right to name the project My Way Out.
That's lit. That's lit. So last night we saw you at your show, Big Boy, man.
Yeah. Shout out Big Brother, Big Boy, man.
He always showed me love. You been on the tour with him or what?
Yeah.
You on the tour with him?
I mean, see, like a lot of people don't understand. I manage his studio. You know what I'm saying? So and like
so it's all about who you know and what you know.
Not only that, it's who you know, what you know, and what they know you good for. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'm his engineer when we in the studio, but I'm more than just his engineer because that album that he's pushing right now, the Boomerverse album, like I had a hand in it. You feel me? Like he entrusted me, him and my big brother Ray Murray, they entrusted me to actually be a part of the process. So like that whole album, I did that whole album with him. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I wrote on the album too. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's not just like I said, it's not just about the who you know. It's like we all got some valuable stake, and then they trust my opinion in the songs and what we doing, and like you know what I'm saying, drops and different things that we doing. They trust my opinion because they know I do it for myself as an artist, and they trust me as an artist. You get what I'm saying? So for him to give me the platform, it's just like it's all love all around the board, and I get to not only do my project, which I was making the My Way Out album while I was making the Boomerverse album.
In the midst.
In the
so
midst.
You was getting all that energy.
Right. And we just keeping it going. So to hit the road with both projects, that's what people don't get. That's the gratification I get out of it. We hitting the road, and I'm seeing how the crowd reacting to both projects simultaneously. Shout out. They loving it, bro. And that ain't nothing but God, bro. That ain't nothing but God.
We in Orlando right now. Where you going next?
Well, we got to head back to the A. Got some business to take care of. But then the next stop is Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Yeah, so we'll be in Charlotte on the 30th. May 30th, and then we'll ride that on out to June 8th in Atlanta.
Yeah, they moving. Let's talk about tour life real quick. Tour life, man. How is it, man? Is it what everybody expected to be?
No.
Glitz and glam?
No.
Because you're independent, or because what? Because
you know what? You just said something. That might be what it is. Like for us, it's not the glitz and glam because we are independent. So we do everything by ourselves. So I don't have the luxury of just sitting back and saying, "Hey, is it done?" Or somebody telling me, "Hey, Renegade, you have to do this at such and such." Nah, I'm the one that's sending the emails, advancing the tour. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that everybody is on P's and Q's with what we trying to do. Just last night, you know, we had to make sure that they got our sound check right. You get what I'm saying? Because for artists that don't know, like sound check, like y'all be out here missing sound check, and I ain't trying to school niggas, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time, like y'all be out here missing sound check, and y'all don't realize that is the most important part of your show, because if not, now you got to do sound check on the fly. By the time they get it right, you halfway done with your set or almost done with your set, and you know already went hoarse trying to yell over the speakers.
He ain't lying to you. And I always go hoarse and still do sound check. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I guess it's beef with the sound man.
Hey, we just went through it last night.
Yeah, went through it last night,
I had to stop after the first record and be like, "Yo, can you turn this mic up? Let's get it right now."
Still checking.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't trying to check nobody, but it's trying to let them.
You got the ear and you know what they need to hear.
Exactly. So I mean, tour life is fun. You know, and it's good to see the people reaction. You know, most importantly, but it's hard work. It ain't no just glitz and glam.
I know you travel with your DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Shout out Bishop Don, DJ Bishop Don over here.
You got your man Cooter.
Yeah, Cooter Brown over here doing. Shout out Low Breed. You see his brand on his shirt. You feel me? Like we are. It's two different brands, but it's one family. You feel me? So
one family.
Yeah. So I'm Southern Eagle Music Group all day, every day. But
Southern Eagle Music.
Southern Eagle.
Southern Eagle Music Group.
Yeah, but it's one family. Yeah, exactly. So whenever you see the bird on my chest, That's exactly what it is. It's
Southern Eagle.
Southern Eagle, yeah.
Straight up. So I want to know, growing up in Memphis, well, how long you been in the A?
I've been in the A since '09.
Okay, so growing up in Memphis then, what was some of the hardships that you had? You from North Memphis, South Memphis?
Nah, I'm from right in the middle, Binghamton, Mitchell Heights.
Mitchell Heights.
Yeah, so
Mitchell
it's
Heights.
like if you got if I was to give you a map right now of Memphis, it's just a big circle. You got this big circle. You got North Memphis over here. We got Orange Mound over here in the corner. You got South Memphis, of course, directly from that. You get right here in the center. That's where you got Binghamton and Mitchell Heights.
Okay.
And they like right here close to each other. So
okay.
like I grew up going back and forth between both.
What were some of the hardships, you know? Because when people see Memphis, they think, you know, tussle and flow, baby.
I mean,
think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they think of 3-6 Mafia no more.
What?
The youngest
they
is
got
thinking
to.
that Memphis is ganged up and just
I mean,
JB.
for one, the youngest got to know that it's still 3-6 because everybody keep using our 3-6 beats.
Yeah,
so how can you
Wave,
not?
3-6
You feel
flow,
me? Yeah.
3-6 whole persona.
Yeah, everything about it. But I mean, in terms of just being in the city, hardships of Memphis is the same as hardships in any inner city that's, you know what I'm saying, you know, got that poverty factor in it, like your DC, your Detroit. We got great water in Memphis, so we ain't talking about the water.
Like Flint.
See, that's adding something on top of something. You feel me? Like
adding poverty on poverty.
Oh, I swear. They had the factories closed, and then now you want to hit them with the water, and it still ain't fixed from what I heard.
It's like Africa over there. Shout out to
So
Flint,
you know, I mean, Memphis is what it is. You know, it's a rough city, but it's a lot of culture. You get what I'm saying?
Right?
A lot of culture in the city.
Like blues culture, because I think of pimping culture.
Yeah, I mean, hey, pimping is pimping, but pimping is rolling hard in Memphis. Don't think it ain't. You know, I know niggas are still pimping to this day. You hear me? But yeah, blues culture as far as not only blues culture, but just music culture in general. Because you got a lot of gospel churches that do a lot of different touring and stuff, and then you got art. So you know, Memphis is full of that type of culture.
When you came up, were you into the churches?
Yeah, I grew up in church.
You did?
You feel me? And
Is that what made you musically inclined, or made you say, hey, I'm gonna stick with this because
the church is what allowed me to be free to this day.
real? That's real.
Because you know what I'm saying, we naturally, I ain't gonna say we, because everybody ain't naturally like how I am, but we naturally wolves. You get what I'm saying? And then when you thrown into an environment of that, you just a beast in general. You get what I'm saying? But like, right, you always got your guard up. You can, like me and you, since I met you outside, you feel me? Like we've been talking to each other, we've been looking each other in the eyes, so I can tell what type of person you is off top. So it's nothing but respect off top. You feel me? So it's like we brought up in that, but the church aspect of me allowed me to not do the things that I just wanted to do because it wasn't right. I knew, okay, this ain't right. I can't off him. You get what I'm saying? Right. Let me think about this. Let me pray about this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Before I go and do what I really want to do. So, man, I thank God for God. You feel me? I thank God for church.
Is nothing so that people remember, you know what I'm saying? You're going to win with God, so nothing's done without him. So don't forget,
straight up,
keep going on and not.
In all things, acknowledge God, man.
Even if it's your investor, give them the things that they deserve, you feel me? Because you wouldn't imagine how much, you feel me, that's going to do for you, you know? So with your transition from, you know, Memphis 10, you feel me, from Mitchell, was it Mitchell
Heights.
Mitchell Heights, shout out Mitchell Heights. From Mitchell Heights to the A, how was that transition?
The city is a city.
The city's a city.
The city is a city.
So you had to go to the new school or nothing and fight the youngest there?
Well, no, because see, I grew up and grew out in Memphis.
Oh,
right?
okay.
I didn't.
So the A, you was already grown.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I left Memphis, I actually came here to Orlando.
Okay,
I went to Full Sail. That's why the album is called My Way Out. Like me and my partner trying to
way out of Memphis.
Yeah.
Then came to Florida. Then you went to the A.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Because me and my partner was trying to figure out what's next. What we gonna do? How we gonna accomplish these goals? And he looked up shout out my homie Charles, man. KT, what he go by. Okay. You know, free my nigga. He locked up right now.
Free KT,
but you know, but he is actually the one who looked up Full Sail. He was like, yo, I got it. This how we go.
This how we gonna make it.
This how we out. This how we out. This is the move. This is the move. So we took that and ran with it. So yeah, when I got to Atlanta, I was already grown, and of course, just growing up in any city, you know how to move to any city. Yeah. As long as you move with respect, you should be good for the most part.
That's all it goes by, respect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with that, how did you get into the big boy scene? How did you get into working in the studio? Was it internship?
Exactly. I worked my way up from the bottom. So whenever you hear me on record say we came up from the bottom of the bottom, we literally came up from the bottom of the bottom. I took Full Sail, and because I went to Full Sail, they respected me coming in the door as an intern. You feel me? But I started out at the bottom, like I said. Once Big took wind of my music, he was like, well, you just stay in the studio. But I still had my obligations as an intern, so that meant I never left. Because early in the mornings, when it's like 7, 8 o'clock, I'm in the studio recording, working on music. And then as soon as that 11 o'clock hit, the studio open, now I'm in intern mode, cleaning up, whatever. And through the years, it just rolls through the ranks. Now, I manage the studio. You get what I'm saying? Like, I actually manage. So like I said, when I say we came up from the bottom to the top, you know what I'm saying, that allowed me the comfortability to be able to be here. But my phone is still going off right now about studio stuff right now.
Studio stuff. So no matter what, even though, you know what I'm saying, your career in hip-hop and your career in music is booming, your career in the studio and also, you know what I'm saying, running, it's also booming. So you just a two-headed snake, man. You making sure you get the work done.
You just gotta get it all done. You can't never, and the thing is, you can't never you can't never throw away your responsibilities, you feel me? So like my responsibilities,
so many people do that, though.
and that's sloppy. You feel me? Because those responsibilities and taking care of those responsibilities is what allowed me the privilege to be on the road.
Be on the road, right? That's real. That's dope. None.
So Point, and then I got
shout out Point.
I got The Ecstasy. He's from Carolina.
He from Carolina. Okay.
And then I got
he work with Cooler. He work with Cooler Brown. Nah, he from another part.
But he from, I think The Ecstasy might be from South Carolina.
Okay. Oh, realize.
So I got him, and then I got John Styles. You know, he got a couple records on there. And for the most part, I think that might be it.
Okay, so those is names that are like people you working with intimately that you trying to build with.
Nah, ain't no trying. That's the family.
Well, that's the family. So yeah, you ain't look out for no Metro Boomins and Rob Surreal.
Nah, and see, I don't even run across them dudes. Like, we run across each other like in passing. Like, what's up? But like, we ain't never had no sit down. Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with their beats, but like, my people was doing what my people was doing.
I tell producers that all the time. They reach out, they like, man, I'm like, how much? You know, they like $100, $300, and I'm like, look, my man down the street can make the same joint. So I would be down to spend with you when my family doing this.
Right. And it's just respect for your people. You feel?
Exactly. You
like
know,
I had a couple big name producers reach out to me, and one in particular hit me in the DM like, yo, I see you doing this and this and this and this. I can for $2,500 I can get you a song going and woo, and that's cool. The $2,500 ain't what I'm worried about.
Right.
What I'm worried about on that number is I'm gonna pay you that number, and I'm gonna go and not pay my partner when we doing this, and we breaking bread all kinds of ways, so we all break bread together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you just want to hit me with a ticket real quick. I can't do that with my people.
And then, you know, a lot of people, I don't know why they think, you know, being an artist is a hustle.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they don't think when, like, producers, when they hit you with that, that's a hustle too.
Right.
So they act like we can't see the hustle.
Yeah, I can't let you treat me like a lick. Like,
exactly.
This is a career, like.
So my dog Renegade El Rey, man, he on tour right now with Big Boy. You know, what make you a renegade, man? Why you name yourself that?
I mean, for one, because I'm not gonna say I do what I want to do, but I do what I need to do for me. So even if it's going against the grain of what everybody else thinks that I should do, or how I should move, right? I'm gonna do it the way I think it should be done. You know what I'm saying? So it's that, and then the whole name is Renegade El Rey. So you know, El Rey, of course, in Spanish is the king.
The king. So I didn't know that. Okay, Renegade King. Right.
That's the trademark name.
That's the trademark name. You feel me? With Southern Eagle, man. So that's lit right there. As far as everything that you've been doing and the whole collective with the projects, who you want to give a shout out to, man?
First and foremost, shout out God, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out God. And then shout out to the team, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Point. Shout out to The Ecstasy. Shout out to John Styles. Shout out to Matt. You get what I'm saying? I'm working with a new producer, and he's all in the squad too. He's not more so a new producer. He just didn't make this album. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's Matt.
Matt. Shout out Matt.
Yeah, shout out Matt. Well, he's just straight Matt. He got a movie called Goodfellas. So you know what I'm saying? Like, they rocking their own thing. Shout out Low Breed, my homie Monster. You get what I'm saying? Like, we all a family, man. everybody music. You get what I'm saying? It's not like one person moving and saying, when I get here, then I'm gonna pull y'all up. It's everybody doing something simultaneously.
Do you be getting tired of Cooter Brown and Bishop Don?
Nah.
You don't be like, man, y'all be arguing then so much on the road together when y'all all on the road together?
Nah,
nobody got no ways, no attitude.
This dude Cooter is, man, like, he's the jokester of the year, bro. So it's like, you can't even have an argument long enough before he crack a joke and the argument is gone.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's dope. You need one of those around.
Yeah,
you need one of those guys around.
Cooter got a hell of a personality. We could be anywhere and just, I leave, go to the bathroom, come back. Cooter got like 5 chicks just around and everybody just laughing.
That's lit. That's lit. You need that around. I asked that because I know guys on tour and they be having a lot of vices with them.
Yeah.
Whether they homies drink too much, or whether they homies just want to be seen more than the artist.
Yeah, see, and that ain't us.
That ain't y'all.
When everybody stars and everybody can be a leader in their own right, like leaders know when to lead, leaders know when to follow. You know what I'm saying? Leaders know when to play their role. When I'm with Big, I ain't trying to be all in his light and be all his shine. I'm playing my role as what my role is at the time. And then when he say Renegade, yo, you got a hook for this? Renegade get the hook done. When he say Renegade, yo, what's going on with the studio? Renegade know that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know they role. Everybody play their part. Ain't no egos, man.
That's lit. That's lit. So what's next for you?
Next is just to finish out this tour. Try to hop on some more. I actually got 2 projects that I'm working on simultaneously. One is almost done. I can't let the names out.
Don't let the names out yet, though. We're gonna make sure we reach out for you, send that link out so that we can find out what it is later.
I'm gonna keep y'all posted too. I appreciate your platform. So
man.
much respect to you.
Man.
Yeah, so
we want to know, man, with the next project though. If there's anybody you can work with today, dead or alive, who would it be?
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams. That's lit right there. That's the illest question. You know, I know why, but tell them why.
I mean, it's the creativity. You know
okay, I was about to say because it's a guaranteed hit.
Nah, it's the creativity. Because I mean, some people it's a guarantee that people gonna listen to it, but that don't mean it's a guaranteed hit. You know what I'm saying?
You got a point. Pharrell works with hundreds of artists, but it's like the ones that sign who got the money to put behind that Pharrell album once they pay Pharrell $100,000.
Right. So anybody can drop verses and hooks. You know what I'm saying?
But how much you gonna promote it and market it?
Yeah. So like
Pharrell Williams, that's lit.
I would say that's the only thing.
How long you been listening to Pharrell?
I've been listening to Pharrell since I was a kid.
Since he was a nerd?
No, and see, I wasn't never really a nerd fan.
You wasn't a nerd fan?
I was never really
Bishop Don was a nerd fan. I was a nerd fan too.
That's hard. But see, you from the coast though.
Yeah, I knew about it. I know about it.
VA, you know what I'm saying? That area right there, he gonna be on. But see, like I really found out about Pharrell through Noriega's music because I was on Noriega.
I seen him on Uncut. Uncut on BET back in the day. He had the little song called Lap Dance with Vita, and I'm like, damn, who was this white boy? He was standing on the bike. He was standing on but he was standing on the seat and the handlebar. I never seen no black guy do that.
Yeah, that guy's creative, man. So I mean, I like to work with him.
That's lit, man.
Of course, you got a plethora of people you want to.
I be asking people that, and they be like, NBA Youngboy. They be like,
but that might be somebody
Minaj, and I be like, bro, he's not gonna sell your record. That's not gonna help you sell the record.
Yeah, it might be young boys.
Make a billboard.
Yeah, you trying to go for the gusto if you talking about the one and only or something like that.
Exactly. That's a good answer. That's a good answer right there, man. Well, we want to wish you best wishes with the tour. You feel me? Make sure that you stay healthy. Make sure that while you on you got to drink that water, man.
Yeah, that's all we do is drink water.
That's my problem. I do too much drugs and don't drink no water.
Kudo had me tequila at 8 o'clock in the morning some days.
Well,
hey, drink a lot of water.
Cootie Brown, that's my type of guy, man. That's you got to get down like that. Got to pop it on somewhere, man.
Yeah.
So, man, be sure to catch, you know what I'm saying, my man Renegade El Rey on the Big Boy Tour. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta coming up next. What's that, May 30th?
No, May 30th is Charlotte.
Charlotte's May 30th. So Atlanta.
Then we do Jacksonville, North Carolina. Greensboro, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Then we go over to Memphis. Shout out to M-Town.
Oh, you going home?
Yeah, going home. Then we hit Birmingham and then we hit Atlanta. So it's lit.
So, man, y'all go ahead. Where can they follow you at?
You can follow me at Renegade _EL _REY. That's Renegade El Rey on your IG
and Twitter.
You can probably just type it in on Facebook and it'll pop up.
Yeah, and make sure you subscribe to my man's channel on YouTube as well, man.
We got YouTube popping. We got Spotify, Apple
everything.
Music, whatever you listen to music digitally, I'm there. Pandora, whatever.
Give my man some streams, straight up, y'all. Show was lit last night, man. We gonna go ahead. We gonna let him get on the road, man.
Yeah,
Straight up, y'all. Gang, gang for the culture.
For the culture.
Hey.